live streaming that I have ever done. And the reason I decided to do this is to ramp up excitement for my brand new show, which is called Make a Million with Melissa. Now, what is Make a Million with Melissa about? Make a Million with Melissa is going to be a show that teaches you things about how to make money in the stock market and also what to trade. And also, it's going to be about empowering you as an individual to improve your life. So, tonight's lecture is actually going to be motivational. I'm going to tell a story about something that happened to me, and I'm going to relate it to you and your life in the hopes of inspiring you and motivating you to move forward into tonight, this evening, tomorrow, the weekend, so that you can improve your life. I think that's the goal. You know, there are many, many places out there that talk about stocks in the market. I'm very unique. I think that's the best way to describe me, in the sense that I understand that becoming wealthy, becoming successful, has way more to do with just the money and the right system for trading, if that's what you're looking to do, or the right job. It really has to do with the correct mindset, okay? And tonight is going to be a series of lectures that I'm going to do on various topics where I'm going to share with you stories about myself or things that have happened to me or information or knowledge that I know that's key to helping you become successful. Now, before I do that, I wanted to talk tonight about the market. And this is going to be an intro into what I'm going to discuss tonight. Before I do that, I want to tell you, if you would like more information on the upcoming show, Make a Million with Melissa, you can email info@makeamillionwithmelissa.com. Okay, so if you'd like more information on that, you can feel free to email there. So, the market, the overall market, when I say the market, I'm looking at the spiders, this SPY index, and the QQQs index, for those of you that are traders. I've been watching those indexes, and I look at them every morning, I look at them every night. Now, tonight, there were two huge reports, Google and Amazon. And very interestingly, they were the opposite. Amazon had a big gap down, and Google gapped up. Now, Google didn't gap up big, but it did gap up, and it showed huge signs of strength, and Amazon gapped down. Now, the market is gapping down tonight. If you've looked at the market all year, and I'm not going to talk about charts tonight. I'll do that another night. We'll do that on the show. But theoretically, intellectually, for those of you that trade, and you can picture in your mind what the recent chart is today or the last day that you saw the market has been sideways for most of the year. It's been bullish. But you could almost say the market was bullish/neutral. If you take it from January 1st to today, October 27th, you look at the market overall, you say, wait a minute, what have we done this calendar year? We dropped off to start the beginning of the year. We rallied. We ended up making a brand new all-time high in the SPY. Not the QQQs, not yet. But in the spiders, we did. And then we've been basing. Really, in the last 4 to 5 months, we've been going nowhere in the spiders. And the Qs have attempted to make it high, but they haven't done it yet. And now, with Amazon reporting tonight, the Qs are down again. When will we do it? When will we get over the high? This leads into the lecture for tonight. All of the things that happen in the market have to do with money, okay? People investing, people buying, or people selling, or people shorting. And what creates those decisions that people use to buy or sell? Or what's the word I want to say? What's the effect? What's the effect of those decisions of people to buy or sell? It has to do with emotions, okay? First of all, Amazon is gapping down tonight. And Amazon is, without a shadow of a doubt, the absolute strongest stock in the market right now. No holds barred. Amazon could have gapped down 60 points tonight, and it would still be the strongest thing in the market, plus Google, okay, which is gapping up. But the point is, Amazon has continually made brand new all-time highs over and over and over again every day, climbing higher for weeks, well ahead of Google. And tonight, all of a sudden, after earnings, it's gapping down, and you say why? Now, the method that I use to trade has absolutely nothing to do with fundamentals. I look at price action, and I look at the chart. But I will tell you that emotions play a big part in these types of gaps, like Amazon. There's nothing wrong with Amazon at all. Whatever the report said, it doesn't even matter, and it's gapping down, that's true. But it's a strong company, it's a strong stock. But whatever they said tonight on the earnings call, the emotions of the people, the mindset, okay, which is going to lead into the story I'm going to talk about tonight, and the lecture that I'm getting to, is that whatever they said, it just didn't check the box. It just didn't click. It just wasn't enough. The expectations for Amazon, what people wanted to hear, it was the exact same thing as Apple. It's the exact same thing as happened in Apple 2 nights ago. There's nothing wrong with Apple. Apple gapped down in the earnings, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Okay, one of the numbers was even beyond what they said. The bottom line is what people's expectations are creates sometimes pressure on the stock to drop, where it sells off and it drops, or buying. Okay, now just listen to what I'm saying. So if you want to trade and you want to make money in the market, if this is what you want to do, you have to understand how emotions and mindsets of people play a factor in the stocks and the movement of the stocks. Now, how do I do that? I use gaps to see that and to calculate it. For example, Amazon to me is not a gap that I feel excited tomorrow to short. It's a big gap down. Yes, that's true. Could it fall tomorrow? Maybe. I did not use my system to rate the gap yet tonight. But am I jumping up and down thinking that Amazon is going to collapse off the face of the planet after tonight's report? No, I'm not. And it actually was gapping down, I think, 25 points or more than that since the close. I don't even know where it's at right now. But the point is that the emotions behind what the expectations weren't fulfilled. It was the exact same thing as Apple almost. It was almost the exact same thing as Apple actually. And I was not on the Amazon call, but I was on the Apple call. Now, how does this relate to you? As you yourself, that you can use what I'm trying to tell you to make money trading to go into the next step of what I'm going to talk about. This entire year, the trading year, if you've been day trading or swing trading or doing options or had any money in the market at all, you probably have felt disappointed or maybe cheated that things did not turn out to be what you wanted. And the year's almost up. So if you had a strategy where you were relying on the market, you may have felt cheated this year because the market has not dropped significantly. It fakes like it's going to go lower, doesn't do it. Then it tries to go higher, but never really gets anywhere, doesn't have any momentum. The market has been like this. Again, I said earlier, bullish/neutral, really bullish, but bullish/neutral. If you've been having a strategy relying on the market, you may have felt like cheated, like there wasn't enough opportunity this year to make money in the market. Why? Because a lot of people are in the mindset right now where it's uncertainty. A student in the trading room today actually was Galahad. He asked me a question. He said, Melissa, what do you think is going to happen with the election? Who do you think needs to get elected in order for the market to do something? Is it going to drop? Is it going to rally? Is it going to do this? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. But I will tell you, even if the market has a reaction, it will be a temporary reaction to the election the day after where the market could gap up or gap down. And then it will fix itself and do whatever it's going to do anyways. But emotions play a big, big part of the movement of stocks and companies and the market. However, that's not a bad thing. It's actually an amazing thing. If you understand it, you can use it to make money. If you understand your own emotions, you can use them to make money for yourself as well. So let's get into the topic that I want to talk about tonight. I'll do another chart analysis, a full-on chart analysis once the show starts about the market. But I wanted to talk tonight about the mentality of what's been happening with the market this year in 2016. So now I'm going to tell you a story. So you can sit back and relax. And this story happened to me, it was Saturday. It was less than a week ago. So I got up in the morning and I was running late. And I like to go to the spin class, the cycle classes. I live in Manhattan. I live in New York. Welcome to my home. This is my home. And I was running late. If you live in New York, or if you've ever come and visited New York, you know there's a lot of people that live here. It's just under 10 million. And so the gyms are crowded. They're even the most expensive high-end gyms. People flock to the gyms early in the morning. So the cycling classes get booked up full. You have to actually reserve a bike 24 hours in advance, or you can't get a bike at these cycling classes. People are psycho about these classes. So I was running late. I was barely going to get there on time. If you don't get there 5 minutes before the class, someone steals your bike. And I belong to an amazing gym, fabulous gym. Someone will steal my bike if I'm not there on time. So I raced to the gym. I was running late. I went outside Saturday morning, and it was raining, and I forgot my umbrella. So I'm walking down the street, and it's raining, and I had no idea it was raining. I was rushing. I was late, so I didn't even look outside of the window to catch an umbrella, and I'm running to catch the cab, and all of a sudden I realized, and I thought to myself, should I run upstairs? Should I go? And should I get an umbrella? And I thought, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. If I do it, I'm going to lose my spot. I won't get to work out. My whole day will be screwed up. I'll just have to get wet. But I really wish I had an umbrella. I was like, I was walking down the street till I found the cab, and I thought, I was like, I wish I had an umbrella. I was like, I wish I had an umbrella. And so then I found the cab, I flagged the cab, I got in the cab, and guess what? There was an umbrella. There was an umbrella in the cab. Right there. I started laughing out loud, and the cab driver looked at me, and I said, someone just forgot their umbrella. And he said, oh, that happens all the time. People leave things in the cabs. I said, I forgot my umbrella. I said, would you mind if I took this umbrella? But I don't want people to think I stole their umbrella. What if this guy calls you? I didn't want to think I was stealing this person's umbrella. And he said, oh, I'll just tell him, that I couldn't find it. I said, are you sure? And he said, yes. I said, I'm taking that umbrella. So here's the umbrella. I actually have it right here. It is the crappiest umbrella that you could, if this was like $1 million umbrella, I would never have taken it. But it's so disgusting. It looks like someone's dog chewed it. Can you see that right there? It's so disgusting, but I kept it as a memento. But it was a crappy umbrella, so I didn't feel bad about it. But the point was that I needed an umbrella. I wanted an umbrella, and lo and behold, within a second, I had an umbrella. It was pouring raining. Made it to the class, my bike, was at the spin, did my workout, walked from my gym to Whole Foods, pouring down raining. If I didn't have that umbrella, my whole day would have been off, or I would have been soaking wet, or I would have missed the spin. It all worked out. Go to Whole Foods. I go to Whole Foods to go shopping. I get a cart. Lo and behold, there's another umbrella. There was 2 umbrellas. There was another umbrella abandoned in a cart. And then some lady next to me screamed at a lady up the escalator and said, you forgot your umbrella. And the lady on the escalator said, oh, you can have it. And she said to me, oh, you can have it. And all of a sudden I had 2 umbrellas. So 1 hour before, I had no umbrella. And all of a sudden I had 2. Now, what is the moral of the story? The moral of the umbrella story is that you can put energy into something that you want to create. It could be as small and minuscule as something like needing an umbrella to keep yourself dry from the rain, or it could be something larger where you really need a good trade, or you really need a good win, or you really need a new job, or you need you need a phone call from a friend to cheer you up. You're having a bad week. Something, anything at all. It's the idea that your mind is so powerful. Your emotions help you to create the thing that you desire or want. But it could be so subtle that you almost miss it. I might have run upstairs to get the umbrella, come back downstairs, missed my spin class. My whole day would have gone sideways. I wouldn't have worked out. I would have been in a bad mood. But it didn't turn out that way. I went with the flow and decided to proceed and was in the moment, manifesting the fact that everything would be fine and everything would work out. So a lot of times when people say, well, Melissa, I think positive, and the thing that I want to think positive isn't happening for me. Okay, but it's not just about the idea of thinking positive. There was a book, this is years and years ago. I don't know the copyright date of the book. I have it somewhere here. The book is The Secret. I'm sure a lot of you have read it. It's a solid book, okay, where it talks about this idea of thinking positively of things that you want to create in your life. However, one of the key ingredients that people need to manifest things in their life has to do with your emotions. Understanding your own emotions and understanding the emotions of those of you around you in whatever dealings you're having, whether it's personal relationships or business relationships or your trading. Again, as I was talking about earlier tonight, the emotions that the perception of the emotions that people have in these stocks. For example, Amazon. Whatever the emotions were, they weren't met. So therefore, the stock gapped down. However, the stock is still an amazing company. It's still a buy. The stock is still in an uptrend. Even with the huge gap down tonight, the stock is not a short. It's a long, okay? So whether it's your trading or whether it's something else that you want to do, it could be something small, it could be something big, it doesn't matter. The importance is understanding how emotions create something positive to happen to you or something negative to happen to you. Let's not even term it that. In fact, cancel. Let's not even say positive or negative. Let's just say manifestation, because creation. It's the idea of creation, because you are always creating. And I think that I had a great day then that day after the umbrella thing, because then I realized that how powerful my mind is, which is something that I have always known, okay? And it is something that I want you to know about yourself as well, how powerful your mind is, your ability to create. And let's not even term it positive or negative. For the purposes of this, we're just talking about creation in and of itself. If you think something and you want to create it or manifest it, know that you have the power to do it. You actually have the power to do it. Now, whether or not you will do it or not is completely up to you. Because as I said, in that moment that I walked down the street, for a split second, I almost ran upstairs, was late for the class to get an umbrella, but I didn't do it. Now, a lot of people when they're trading, and say they're down money on the day. They start out the day and they're down. And then they really want to trade and they want a positive trade and they need a good trade. Or say they're down for the week or they're down for the month or they're down for the year and they're trading. And they just have to get back and they really want something good. And they're clinging to it so hard. That is not the same thing as me walking down the street and thinking, oh gosh, I wish I had an umbrella. I know you're saying, well, obviously it's one thing is not that important. One thing is important. But it's the mindset that if you're more relaxed about what you want to create or manifest, it will just happen naturally. It will just come together. This idea of clinging to something for dear life doesn't create anything that you want to happen. You can say, I'm thinking positively, Melissa. What are you talking about? I'm thinking positively that this trade is going to happen. And I know that I'm going to make $1 million and I'm going to do it. I'm thinking so hard. My brain's going to explode. That isn't going to do anything at all. That energy is it's a fear-based energy. It is erratic, okay? You will not attract the things that you want with that kind of thinking. You can call it positive because you're thinking the thought that you want XYZ to happen or want to make this much money in a trade or whatever, or for the year or whatever you want. But the reality is that oftentimes what happens is that clinging is really a fear-based energy, and therefore then it never gets you to the point where you actually manifest what you truly desire, which is to make a lot of money in the market, to have a good positive trade, to have a happy life, to be successful, whatever it is that you desire to create. From something as simple to an umbrella as a great trade, every opportunity that exists is within your own power if you learn to conceptually understand how your mind works, how emotions work, and use that to your advantage to trade in the market. One of the most powerful things that I teach people is a sense of self-empowerment, okay? Which is that you are in charge of the choices that you make. You are in charge of the decisions that you make. Your emotions, your mindset will create whatever it is that you do when you're trading, and you need to seriously consider that when you're making choices. A lot of times I'm in the trading room and I like something and then people like something. I say, I don't like that. But I also say, if you like that, do it. If it rates well according to the system and you like it, do it. I don't like it. I say, I don't like it. I'm not going to do it. Okay? this idea of empowering yourself to understand and get to know your emotions is key. It's very, very key. Getting back to the fact that I'm unique, that I understand this, and I don't know if this is because I'm a female. I don't know if this is because I'm a woman. Probably not. It would probably, if I was a man, I would think the same way, because I'm very intellectual and I'm very involved in my thinking. But I will tell you that many places out there teach that you need to be devoid of emotions when you trade. Let me tell you something. It doesn't work. Okay? If you go somewhere and they teach you to act like a robot, or you buy a system where you can plug it in, it goes ding, and you just take the trade. If you think that that's going to make you successful, you know what? Good luck. It's not. If there was such a thing, we'd all have it. We'd all be billionaires. It wouldn't even matter. It doesn't exist. The highest level that you can get to of success in your life, whether it's for your business or trading or anything you want to accomplish, the world of entertainment, whatever it happens to be, challenges, obstacles, overcoming them, has to do with understanding, okay, that you have to be aware of your emotions, yourself, your own, the people that you're working with, the people that you're trading with, the people against you in a trade, the opposite side of a transaction, for example, also people you're in business with too. So be aware of those emotions, and then also understand your own emotions to make valuable decisions in your trading. If you do that, you will be successful. You have to understand how it all works together. So the moral of the story about the umbrella and the motivational story tonight is that I want you to know before I close out tonight is that you absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, can create things that you want. Try something small, like I did with the umbrella. I mean, just get up tomorrow morning and think of just a small, tiny thing that you want. Like, think, I would love to get a call from so-and-so today, and see if it happens. Do something that is so easy that you wouldn't cling to it, like you have to have it or you're going to die. Because again, whether you call it positive or you call it negative, the energy associated with that type of thinking and behavior does not create or manifest the desired outcome. So it's not just about the positive outlook, which goes back to what I was saying about the book out there, The Secret. It's not just about saying, I think positively, or writing the affirmation. It has to do with believing. Your emotions have to be in sync with the desire that you want to create, or it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So I want everyone to understand that it's very important to understand your own emotions, understand the people, the emotions on the opposite side of a trade. Know that you can manifest or create things that you want in your life, whether they're small or big. Start with something small, test yourself, see how it goes. And if it doesn't happen, then go back and think about what you were thinking at the time that it didn't allow it to happen, and were you clinging too much to it. Very often I'm in the trading room and I'm saying, gosh, I know we're going to have a good one. Tomorrow's going to be a good one. We're going to have a good one this week. And then all of a sudden, oh, here we go. And then the next day I get up and there's a good one. So it's all about creating the life that you want. And for me, it has had a lot to do with market. But I will tell you that the gift that the market has given me is not just financial success, but the gift that the market really has given me as well is not only to reach and be able to teach individuals and people like you out there that are watching tonight and my students. The gift that the market has given me long term is to become more self-aware and more evolve myself, to understand my own relationship with money and what it takes to be truly successful. So thanks everyone. Thanks for coming tonight. This is going to be one of many videos that I will do. This is Melissa Armo with the Stock Swoosh. Have a great evening, everyone. If you'd like more information on Make a Million with Melissa, go to info@makeamillionwithmelissa.com. Have a fabulous night. Thanks everyone for coming.